So Marvel Snap's newest card is Spider Sense, and I think it's okay-ish. It does have a nice scaling discount here, starting at 5 energy, but every time you play a movable card, it costs 1 less. So, getting this down to 0 is definitely possible in a deck like this with lots of movable cards. I think more commonly getting it to kind of 1 or 2 is feasible if you're planning to play other stuff. If you want to weave in the Mary Janes, the Venuses, the Aunt Mays of the world. It can be tough sometimes to get this to 0 reliably, but even, as a 1 cost 6 power buff, that can be nice, especially in combination with Venus. It kind of becomes a 9 power buff for 1 cost, which can feel like a pretty big spike. There's another issue with this card a little bit though, is that you want to play this often on turn 5 if you can, so that you have a spot available afterwards to move in another card or play another card on top of it. Otherwise, it feels like if you're playing this on the final turn, you're often kind of wasting that final spot that could have just been a body anyway. So that created a little bit of weird friction, and in a deck that already has a lot of things that kind of want to get played earlier, like all these movable cards with payoffs when they move, they want to come down before turn 6 because they're kind of useless. This doesn't do anything on turn 6 because you can't move it in this deck, So it just was kind of clashing a little bit on everything wanted to come down. Mary Jane wants to come down early, Aunt May wants to come down early, Rocket wants to come down early, all these movables, Venus needs to be in there. You just don't have time to weave everything in effectively, so it often felt like you're making sacrifices one way or another, and sometimes Spider Sense was at the bottom of the priority list there, where it felt like I'm just gonna wait to save this, but then maybe it's only hitting 2 bodies late, or it's 3 bodies and you're missing that final spot, and it's just a lot of friction on it basically. If this were 4 cost though, I noticed many instances playing games out today where I was like, man, if this costs 1 less, I can weave it in easily on turn 5. So is that a deck construction challenge where you need to have more movable cards? Maybe. I started with a different list though that was even more committed to movable without stuff like Mary Jane or Venus, and it just felt like I didn't have the numbers in that deck. It just seemed too honest. I wanted a Venus in particular to give Spider Sense that extra boost, and if you're running Venus, it kind of feels like Mary Jane's worth it. So it just felt like it wasn't this super cohesive kind of follow-up linchpin card that brought everything together. Instead, it felt like, oh, I'm kind of trying to force this in, and it doesn't really fit all that well. And I think that was the problem. If it were at 4 cost, man, I do feel like this would be dramatically smoother, and it would really help. I still had a solid run with this deck. I went 6-4, but I did have some tougher runs with other lists. I think the first list I played was 0-3, and another one I played was 0-2. So they were dramatically different. So I'm not counting those against this. It's just, I don't know. It was just really hard to make this one work well. That said, it doesn't feel terrible either. It's just often a 2-6 or a 1-6, which is fine. And Venus gives that upside. So I don't want to totally write it off. I just think it needs a little bit of help, or maybe a perfectly refined deck list, which I'm not going to be able to get to in one day. So maybe somebody will solve the exact balance where that friction kind of goes away and Spider Sense feels worth it. But as it stands right now, I don't know. I just have a lot of doubts on this one. And I could see a 4 cost Spider Sense being pretty good. Still not broken, but pretty good. At 5 though, yeah, maybe worth owning though, just because, it's still fine and could easily get a buff, I think. Interesting card to have, kind of fun to play around with, as you're going to see, just a little shaky on its power level. All right, Fist Tower sucks. Man, that's brutal.
I'm Spider-Man.
Quinjet, eh? Big house, that's certainly not a problem. I'm just planting everything left because I don't know, we got to move it out, right? Dazzler, whoa, okay, Quinjet, is this Airshim? Yeah, it is. Okay, Dazzler to Airshim, all right. That's probably not a big deal then. Pretty unlikely to be great. Do you go Venus first? You can, but you could also just go Spider-Punk first and then, move everybody next turn. I guess those moves all happen after the Venus. We gotta get Venus down because moves happen before the reveals. So I think it's fine. Coulson, they are loaded up left, man. It's okay. If they save the spot for one big guy, that's all they're gonna need. Man, this curve is tough right now, dude. Tough. I'm really not happy with this curve. Next turn can be Mary Jane, Aunt May, though, which is, you know, we got 3 guys moving, so the Mary Jane's gonna feel great with the Venus in particular. So I think it's fine. I do wish this deck's curve was a little bit better. Oh my god, what a hit. Drawing the 6-drop off the generated Dragon Lord. I mean, the good news for me is that the Alliance didn't hit, and now I don't have to worry about it, which is great. And I think we can actually just go for right as well. Aunt May and Mary Jane, like we said, this is going to make Spider Sense still cost 2 is the only problem, but Nocturne's going to go down to 2 as well. We're going to have 1,000,000 points right, and then I think we're just going to try to win left with Spider Sense and maybe even a flashy Nocturne mid or something as a spike, or maybe right if we need to double down. I don't know. But I like this. I think this is definitely enough to contest, right? We're going to gain a lot of points here off Venus and Mary Jane, right? Like all 3 of these guys are going to tick up +2 off the Venus Mary Jane, and then Spider-Man's going to give another +2, and then Spider-Punk's going to give another +3, but actually kind of +5. So it's going to be a giant swing right. I mean, it's going to be a lot of points at the end of this turn. Ah, the Agamotto. I think we can probably just beat that head-to-head, right? I think Spider Sense will beat that straight up, won't it? And they're not necessarily locked in. 22 might be the number. What does Spider Sense give us here, actually? It's only going to give us 9, unfortunately. Shoot. Shoot. I don't know if Spider Sense does win, then. Because you're gaining 2, 2, and 2, but that's really 3, 3, and 3 is 9. I think they have kind of just 1 point enough here. So then the question becomes, am I trying to win right or mid? Airsham deck with a lot of energy, but like, you know, Valentina card can't go here, for instance. I feel like I kind of have to win mid now, though, which is honestly a major pain. And boy, do I wish this Spider Sense was 1 cheaper. Dang, do I wish it was 1 cheaper. Maybe you can get away with this. Where are we at? We're at 18, but we'll really gain another 6 here is 24. It's only a 12-point lead with a Valentina card down. God, can you really trust Nocturne? How much does Spider-Man left add, by the way? Like, not enough again. Oh, definitely not enough because of Fisk Tower, right? No. God, I hate that. I just do not think I can trust this Nocturne mid, but I might have to, man. This is just so many points. It's so overkill, but this dang Fisk Towers. Oh, dude, I don't know. Oh my God, I might have called my shot here. I might have called my shot here. How big is that card mid? How are they playing so many cards? Good God, dude, stop. Oh, I think I called my shot, guys. I think we called our shot, baby. This Spider Sense is gonna be just big enough, right? Oh my God, that was a tough call, dude. Oh, I'm so smart. We literally had 1 point and 1 point, dude. Oh. God, the big house just gave us the data we needed, right? Oh my God, and 22 really was the number, yeah. Oh my God, that was so scary. Aunt May 1 mid and Spider Sense Mary Jane 1 right, straight up. This game was tough, dude. They hit some home runs too. Like, man, they played some heavy hitters here. Okay, got a lot of cards. I guess you go Jeff Venus this game, right? Aunt May might be a little too late to feel great. Monster Island, no problem. Jeff Venus, what's your turn 4? I don't know. That's been the turn I feel like I just don't ever have a great line. Like, I have so many 3s, I think is part of the problem. Not enough 1s to fill in always. Ooh. Oh my God, the buffed, Venus might actually come back buffed here. I don't even know, but do I just start chaining Venai now? Opponent can do some silly stuff with Zombie Giant Man's the only problem, right? But like double Venai is really, really interesting. Triple Venai, I guess even, yeah. Triple Venai into what? You could do Aunt May still, but I don't know. I mean, you're just thinking about 2 drops, right? I think you just go. It's weird because you actually on this one you kind of want Jeff here so that he's buffed by all the Venai and you get to play a giant Jeff, right? And then you maybe just go Spider Sense, bro. I mean, even Spider Sense is also pretty sick this turn, but I guess from a curve standpoint, you do this. I am a little worried though about Zombie Giant Man ×2 here because the first one's gonna be already like 15 points or something, or maybe even bigger, 17 or something. Even bigger, actually. Zombie Fantastics make it like 19 or something. And then the second one's just crazy after that, right? So how do you beat these? Wow, I actually got the math right. I'm so smart, dude. I'm actually kind of impressed with my math there, to be honest. That was one of the better instances of math I feel like I've had. That was shockingly accurate. So now Spider Sense is actually worth so many points. Oh! I don't feel like we were super favored here, but we know for a fact they have to play the Zombie Giant Man mid. So I guess actually, I don't even think Jeff goes here. I gotta break this 10. I was just still mapping out my turn. Like Zombie Giant Man can't go left, right? So we just moved the Jeff over there and we probably win that for free, right? Maybe you play another Jeff, whatever, I don't know. So the question then becomes like, does Spider Sense right beat 26? Because this is not going up anymore. This is fixed. And it does, right? Because it's already gaining. You're at, well, actually, we moved out Jeff. So you're at 10, 12, but you're gaining 5 power per character, right? Because it's +2, +1, +1, +1, which is 15. So that's 27, yeah. So Spider Sense would have held. We also could have moved out the Jeff and played like Nightcrawler Spider Sense or whatever too. That would have been even safer. Or Jeff Spider Sense, whatever, as long as you trusted your Jeff left. So yeah, I think this was pretty solid with the Triple Venus Spider Sense. This was just going to be essentially this game, you know, 15-point card for whatever it cost, 3 or something this turn, I think. Pretty crazy. All right, Spider-Man. Yeah, that's great into Aunt May, great into Spider-Punk. I guess you probably do go Aunt May first, right? And then Jeff? Yeah, I think so. Jeff's not really bound by time too much. Like, you missed 1 card, maybe. Ooh, Nexus. I like Nexus. We could do... I don't know, I'm just thinking, like, what wants to go there, right? Well, you definitely want Spider-Punk to end up there, I guess, because he steals a lot of points. He's pretty big. So you would probably just play Spider-Punk next turn. I mean, maybe you go Jeff, like we said, but I don't have a 1-drop, so I think I gotta stick to curve, don't I? Oh, no. Oh, Gambit gone. Oh, beautiful. I don't even care that I lost my freaking idiot. I don't even care. I guess you go Rocket first. Yeah, that's fine. Spider-Man moves over. We'd love to tick up the Spider-Punk again. I guess next turn we're gonna have both those cards are playable no matter what with the MA. So I don't even care that we lost our buffed card. I'm just thrilled they lost their Gambit. That's just great news. This does stick your Spider-Man mid, by the way. Is that something we actually want? I don't think it is something we want. No, that's not a good idea. So without Nocturne now, I can't turn off Nexus. So we actually like kind of have to rely on Nexus. Which I think just plopping a rocket there. Oh, Moon Knight. Where is... I've been playing against this Moon Knight Gambit deck today. Where did this come from? It's awful. It's the worst. Stop it. Okay. I'm realizing I do need to move the rocket in order to make the Aunt May tick off, but I don't really need to do that right now. I think actually Rocket's still just better mid, just to counter them, right? Like, I think it was wrong to play him here in hindsight. I don't know. I was kind of expecting them to play cards there and get points immediately and just park him, but since it took a minute, it's tough. Interesting that Proxima went mid. I think, did she just pick a random Nexus? I guess made mid and left the same, so did she just pick one of the two, I suppose? I don't know. But it's kind of fine. They're already pretty full on space there. That's really not such a bad deal. We can go Spider-Man, we can go Spider-Punk. I guess, again, we probably keep the Rocket. We save the Nightcrawler in hand just to catch the Aunt May buff. We're looking for a Spider Sense off the top here, maybe, man. Spider Sense would be the perfect buff mid. Spider Sense mid. I can't believe it actually happened for once in my life. I don't feel great about this still. I mean, I think we definitely have a shot, but like a big dude, a big scary dude could beat us. I don't know. Spider Sense is only barely worth more points than Nightcrawler, but it's, you know, it's worth more, so I think that's fine. I wish I could do both, you know, like last turn a Spider Sense would have been perfect and then move the last guy in, you know. playing the Spider Sense in the last. That is kind of one of the problems with Spider Sense is like you sort of want to play him the turn before the final turn, but you need time to discount him, so he's kind of like battling against, you know, himself. It's not impossible to play him on turn 5 by any means. Like, that's certainly possible. I think it's not easy necessarily, right? Weapon H is too small. Do we hold right? Yes, for sure. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Okay. Close one, dude. Spider Sense made the difference. Because I was going to build like a Surfer Spider Sense deck with like Carter and all these cards, right? But that was the same problem where it's like, you really want to play your Spider Sense, like, you know, if you're playing it on Carter, you need another turn afterwards or a way to move a card in, which, you know, in theory, I don't know, like a Fan Fey could do it, you know, where it's like, or, you know, or Heimdall or whatever, right? Some move that happens after the Spider Sense, but it's not that easy because stuff like Ghost Spider doesn't do it. I guess Aranya could do it, but, you know, to play it with like a buff deck like Captain Carter in particular, that was seemingly really hard to solve. So I think just going for the movable route's way safer because, you know, 2 in that deck, you just don't have a lot of discounts because not that many movables for a Surfer deck. There's just 2 or 3 less or 4 less or something. Hey, I like the Venus hand. Okay, good. Venus always makes Spider Sense feel really nice too. Ooh, Jins are kind of cool. Really good in particular on Vormir, right? Just throw one away. A lot of bodies too for the Spider Sense is cool. So I think you go, you still go Venus first, right? You go Venus into Jin here. Boomerang. I mean, whatever, that's fine. I'm kind of happy. Oh, Jeff, do we move you, bud? No, we don't move Jeff yet, right? Oh, Jin, no, I gotta, oh man, that's annoying too, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think we get too greedy. Pet Mansion's throwing us off, but maybe you play Jin, right? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We can get a lot of points with Spider Sense later. I think it's fine, actually. I think it's fine. Lady Bullseye already. Dang, dude. Okay. With all the Jins, I would maybe get a little greedy and try to force that Lady Bullseye to do some spooky stuff, but respect the tempo too. I think as a 2/3 now, underrated as a tempo card, because remember, she has that base effect. She's kind of a 2/5 at a baseline, right? And if you're an Affliction deck, that's already maybe just good enough sometimes. Yeah, let's get these expensive guys going, get those Jins down for some big plays later. We did hit priority, which is really nice for this Rocket. That's good news in case they play mid, which they might want to because of Nor Dimension. Yeah. Nice! This is a huge Rocket Venus hit here, man. Really insane. Really strong. Man, I'm so pumped right now. Venus feels so good with a lot of these like scalable mover guys. I really, by the way, debated a lot whether Sam belongs in this deck or not. I like fought over it because like Venus obviously is a big Sam card, but and Aunt May too, like it's fine, you know. Oh, that Deafening Chord hitting Venus instead of Jin is heartbreaking, dude. What a heartbreaker. That's so annoying. Wow, really annoying. What a 50-50 to lose there. Aunt May, yeah, we can move the Spider-Punk probably. Now that we don't have, you know, I'm just like, what, I'm gonna have so much extra energy that it doesn't really matter here, like top deck wise, how anything goes. You do kind of want to play the Spider Sense early here though, so that you have the luxury to follow up on it, right? This is gonna buff the Jeff in hand. You're really sad about the Spider Sense Venus being gone, but this puts you in a pretty great spot, right? I think, because you're still just gaining +6, and then Spider-Punk's really another +4, so kind of a 10-point swing here, right? And then I think, you know, Rocket's still kind of holding down mid, but that could maybe pivot left pretty easily too. And then Jeff's gonna be okay, not great, you know, not great. Man, Venus would have made this so much stronger. That Deafening Chord 50-50 is gonna come back to haunt us, isn't it, man? It's gonna hurt. All right, so much energy, but nothing to play. I think this deck's curve is kind of fine normally, but you know, these Jins are certainly changing that logic. They didn't like bounce a Lady Bullseye or anything here. It kind of feels like we're gonna get Scorpions maybe. Hopefully there's not a double Scorpion path into their life here. To me, this feels like get strong left, right? Like play Rocket. Nocturne's solid enough, I guess, yeah. I think the goal here is just get strong left. Omega Sentinel is going to hit Spider-Punk, which will be negative 14 points if they go for the Scorpion, which would be soul-crushing. So maybe I have to actually win mid. But mid is also going to gain negative 4. I don't know if I can get strong enough right, man. Like, everybody's got debuffs. Scorpion, if that's their plan, is just gonna crush me, man. Maybe it's actually just this. Maybe you just let the Omega Sentinel ruin you right and try to win mid. It's really a hard call, though, dude. Scorpion plus something is my guess, but I just don't think this lead's big enough. Mid seems really, really shaky. I mean, you got Rocket, but... Wow, is it Akari plus Scorpion? Because that is totally cracked. Man, that's so much extra energy from these gens. I feel like if this is... I absolutely feel like this is a game that we would have won a lot of the time in two ways. Number one, if this wasn't a Nor Dimension game, it helped them way more than me because I just had, you know, I floated, what, like 6 energy or something. Number two is that Deafening Chord. I really think if our Venus was alive, how many more points would we have, you know? There would have been another 3 over here at least, so you would have been at 6 to 11, which means, like, you know, a Rocket there would have won the game like we thought. I mean, we were only down 8 anyway, so like a Rocket would have been worth, you know, another 5. It would have been really close. Yeah, and Rocket would have even more points too from Venus, of course. So yeah, 100% just that Deafening Chord 50-50 cost us. That's tough. All right, oh my god, Aunt May and Nightcrawler is freaking beautiful. Okay, sorry Elysium, I was not ready. You're so easy to play, Elysium, thank you. Forge, I don't know. Turn 1 Forge. Are we gonna see a Brood? Are we gonna see zombie Galacti stuff? I don't know. Yeah, let's go Mary Jane and Nightcrawler. We actually, though, we won't have an Aunt May ready if I don't play one now, so I take that back. Let's do this. Opponent's gonna play behind the Forge, right? Right? No. Monster Metropolis, you idiot. No, it's Captain... Oh, that would have been such a good card to steal points from. Oh, I'm so annoyed, dude. I'm so annoyed. No. Leche Guia we got out ahead of at least. Yeah, I guess now you can go Mary Jane, Rocket. I guess you still move the Rocket mid. You can also play Nocturne, I suppose, to turn off Leche Guia, or maybe Elysium. Like, we're out of cards already, so Elysium seems kind of risky, right? Oh, we do catch some Rockets here at least. Okay. That's good news. Oh, well, Nova's probably gonna delete it anyway, but Ascani's fine, I guess. I mean, the Rocket getting bigger is still helpful either way. But mid's gonna be a tough one to win, right? We're not really probably trying to win mid. I guess, boy, Spider-Man 2099 could maybe catch the Carter. Like I said, I'm gonna turn off Elysium. I just don't have enough cards in it to make it worth it. So, especially mine are getting all discounted anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna maybe just try to rip this 2099 on the final turn or whatever. Oh my god, that's currently gonna destroy Forge, thank god. Okay, but Mary Jane's actually at risk next turn. I guess I could move Spider-Man over and just sack him. Yeah. But that means I gotta play 2099 and Leche Guia, because I need it to be able to move to the Carter, right? I guess, yeah, you let Jeff get buffed here. Man, Leche Guia might really screw me, though. Is it okay maybe if Mary Jane dies? Like, is that really that big a deal? It's like probably 2 more points if I think about it, right? Maybe it's fine if she dies. I don't even think I'll get the points this turn because she goes off first, I think. Then Aunt May's going to be at risk as well next turn, which is definitely annoying. Maybe Leche Guia is not that bad, guys. I think Leche Guia is fine. Spider-Man, you're dead. Sorry, bud. Sorry, Spider-Man. Aunt May and Mary Jane are sacrificing you over the waterfall, man. Sucks to be you, Spider-Man. Jeff and Sebastian Shaw. Okay, they went hard on Lechuia too. Man, that Sebastian Shaw is very, very big boy in the back there. Oh, we actually hit the rock. What do you want to bet they didn't hit a rock too? I'm gonna be so tilted, dog. Do you win this if you steal points from Captain Carter? She goes down to 1. So they're 23. That also steals 6 from the back line. So they're at 17. Oh! Oh, really? Maybe they did just hit a rock and they only had a rock and 1 more card and they kind of didn't have the points, right? Wow. Wow, that's crazy because we were about to lose 3 points left, I think. I mean, I guess we'd probably throw a rock in hindsight, right? I guess I'm bailing from right, though, and just trying to win mid with, like, Jeff, and then maybe it's rock left, and you just pray to God it holds. If they had a Killmonger, too, for this Nova, which you do expect, like, I'm losing my Nightcrawler points. Also, that would delete the rock with priority, too, which means Warrior Falls would actually hit the Mary Jane. Like, man, I guess they could have maybe tried to move Jeff or Killmonger there, which would have potentially saved the Mary Jane. I didn't feel great about this, man. I'm stunned. They must have just had a really dead hand. But anyway, did we have the numbers? It was going to go down to 17 if we hit the Carter, right? Specifically. And then I guess, do they still hold Monster Metropolis? No, it's 2099 probably. No, Shaw would still be at 12. Well, no, he goes down by 6. So he would go down to 9. So we might actually tie there with the 2099, which would again... minus any Nova shenanigans, which would again maybe give us more points. I think we could have flipped mid, but only we hit the 1 and 4. I mean, it was, you know, super unlikely. If we hit anything other than Carter, we just don't have the numbers, I think. Maybe with Jeff it's close, but probably not close enough. Oh my God, Venus, please. I need you, Venus. Snap on 6 equals brain dead. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I can't resist a good challenge. I guess you go Jeff first and then Aunt May, right? Although, I'm gonna be honest, it might be a good chance I skip the Aunt May altogether. I don't know. Unless they get a 1-drop, maybe. I think you're probably just better off skipping her here. I think you just go for Curve in Mirror and Spider Sense and stuff and like hope to find a Venus too at some point soon. The Nightcrawler, though, changes my logic. Now we can actually contest White Hot Room. Even though I don't care about it, the opponent might. Which, I don't know. Is that actually even really better than Muir Island, though, if I really think about it? Probably not. But I'm going to do it anyway. They seem to care about it. Like, they played there first. I mean, maybe that was just more like Hood doesn't belong on Muir Island, you know? It may not have been actually a White Hot Room goal type thing. But with priority rocket here is going to be really nice. I don't have a curve fill though for the rocket. That's the annoying part. Also, I need to not move the Nightcrawler yet, which turns off the Aunt May. Like, oh, it's so annoying, dude. If Spider Sense was just a little cheaper. Man, I've had so many instances where I thought to myself, dude, if Spider Sense cost 4, it would be so sick. But I need it to be 1 energy cheaper like every game. I've really been running into that so consistently where it's like, man, I just need it to be a hair cheaper. I really think this card would be great if it started at 4, and I think it's just kind of starting at 5. Like, I don't love it. They also ignored the White Hot Room. Okay. Mobius, are you kidding me, dude? In my dang Spider Sense deck, boss. Are you serious right now? I mean, I have all this extra energy. I can play it anyway, honestly. So I don't know, man. Like, whatever. I'm gonna go for this regardless. Still would love a Venus too, by the way. Rocket's gonna catch a hit here. It's a Sentry. Oh, dang, that's cool. Okay, so this could definitely be an Annihilus deck. I feel like we're pretty far ahead on the Annihilus deck though, going into the final turn. Like, I don't know what they really do here. Can't do. I think you just move Spider-Man here. You play Spider Sense and you play Nocturne, right? I guess with priority, if they're gonna play an Annihilus, like technically maybe Spider Sense is better left, eh? Like you fill here and then you go Spider Sense here, right? Yeah. It is like 1 less body in Muir Island, but if you're thinking Annihilus Hood, then this probably makes more sense. I will say I'm only like, what, 14, 18 plus 6? I mean, that's a good enough lead, right? I think it's fine. I don't see how. I mean, I don't know. They may have something else that's going to surprise me here, but I don't know what it would be. Yeah. Yeah. This game was fine. Mobius, like yet another mark against Spider Sense, though, right? Like the random occasional Mobius is going to stress you out, but still good enough. We got out. You know, the win on the mid location was the difference maker. All right, Aunt May, but not the immediately good trigger here. No, like Spider-Man or Nightcrawler or whatever on 1. So we'll see. The opponent is The Zit. Their title is Grossed Out My Doctor. Good pairing there. If we're gonna have Grossed Out My Doctor type titles, that's a good use case, I guess. Ooh, Aunt May, Mary Jane, Pizza Slice. What we really need right now, though, is Venus for these pizza slices, dude. Is this the featured location today? No, today's Thursday, right? It can't be. I didn't play yesterday. Was this the featured location yesterday? Actually, that would make more sense. Man, normally I would not put the Rocket here. I'd put him in New York maybe, but I think just loading up into this Agony, like clearly they care about having a card that's buffed, right? So Rocket first. Next turn's probably Mary Jane Nightcrawler. I think you have to move the Rocket next turn's the only problem. So you probably move it right. So hopefully they play the Agony this turn and not later. You're kind of... It's like, are they going to play it on 4 or on 3, right? You don't know. If they're going to play it on 4, you should play Rocket here and then move it mid. If they're going to play it on 3, you should play Rocket. Hey, hello, opponent. Hello. We were just talking about your name. This kind of, this portrait, by the way, is kind of perfect for that name, but it does kind of look like a Zit, to be honest. Kind of funny, honestly. Kind of legit clever there. Mary Jane, I guess, yeah, like we said, that's fine. Nightcrawler we'll put in here. I think we got to move the Rocket in order to support the Aunt May here. Sad that like I said, I missed my shot on the Agony. Might catch a Rocket buff right, though. That's cool, okay. A lot of extra energy on the final turn. May not really be that useful for us. Wow, just an absorbing man. So this may be a man spider deck trying to use some pizza slices? I don't know. Maybe. Venus arrives, but is she too late to be good? I can play the Nocturne with her, so that's something. Maybe you just go ahead and load up some pizza slices here after the Venus is in play. I can play both of these next turn either way, so they just suck to. I mean, I guess Nocturne's a better spike later, and Spider-Punk's better to play now, huh? Oh, but I can't. That's the problem. If I want to get the Venus down, that's why I'm playing the Nocturne, isn't it? Yeah, geez, yeah, that's tough. These man, some of these movable cards, that's the problem, right? They're just not great power spikes. Like Aunt May will help, but like so many cards in this deck kind of want to be played by turn 5 that you often don't have a lot to do on the final turn. I think that's, I don't know how to solve that. Maybe it's actually just a Heimdall. Maybe you throw a Heimdall in this deck. It doesn't really immediately play to your goals of like, you know, movable stuff, but it does have still some good payoffs. It's already I mean, yeah, the Pizza Slice Man Spider is absolutely cracked, and I don't really have a way to stop that. Of course, if they go for a Taskmaster here, I just lose by 1,000,000. Not much I can do. I have no interactions at all. Spider Sense would be a great hit at least. No Spider Sense. Yeah, man, I just can't. I mean, I guess maybe Nocturne can make a play technically, right? I can move a lot of people, by the way. I don't know, maybe Nocturne goes here. They have priority though, so I don't know. Like, I'd rather have it shot. Well, yeah, they have priorities. So I don't know if anything really matters. Move all the guys that can't otherwise move like this for the Mary Jane buffs. And then I guess you just dump some dudes here for the Venus buffs. I mean, this is going to be a lot of points. Like, this is cool. This is actually going to be a pretty cool, like, final turn pop-off here. We're going to get a lot of points, and the curve fill is perfect. It's not a Spider Sense turn, but I just can't beat, you know, normal circumstance. Oh no! The one, oh my god, dude. Dude, I got this glimmer of hope. But unfortunately, that's really the one thing we can't stop, right? Oh man, dude. Dude, no. I had this brief glimmer of hope, dude. Oh my god. That Decimate just gave me chills, man. Like, look at our insane numbers, right? Like, we're really popping off. I mean, you know, the negative 97 is a bit of an issue, but oh man, dude, I got like this just faint glimmer of hope, but it didn't matter at all. It just teased us, that's all. Okay, yeah, we got cards to play. I'll take it. Not my favorite cards to play, but we'll take it. I have no idea what my thumbnail is going to be, by the way, because Spider-Sense, like, the artwork on it is like so basic, you know what I mean? It's just like Spider-Man's head. I have no idea. I could just put the little Spidey sense tinglers on somebody else, but that's boring, you know what I mean? I just have no clue. What did I lose? Oh, Spider-Man 2099 for Omega Sentinel. I mean, sure, why not? They both kind of do the same thing. One doesn't have movable, I guess. Opponent, are they actually, is this an Airshim deck? Yeah, it's just Airshim Quinjet, okay. Quinjet insane in Airshim though. Like, how do they always hit it? I never understand, but they always seem to. Yeah, Spider-Punk is fine. I'm just thinking about my thumbnail now, guys. I'm like losing sleep right now. I don't know what to do. I've done so many Aunt May thumbs. I can't do that. Spider-Man 2099 is fine. Spider-Punk, like, I mean, I just don't know. I'm stuck. Aunt May would trigger here, but I feel like I just want to play curve cards, right? It's just better to play those out next turn. We can go Mary Jane, Aunt May next turn and just move everybody all at once, right? Ah, Mockingbird's a cool hit on the Omega Sentinel, yeah. I might just take that now so that we have a fixed value. I mean, we won't know for sure it's that exact value, but in theory, a little more fixed value feels right to me. I don't really have any way to play the Crimson Cosmos is my problem. So I'm kind of getting strong in two, you know, like I just can't really contest that at all. I'm kind of going to lock in. So weirdly, I guess the Omega Sentinel hitting that is kind of bad unless I keep dudes there. I mean, I can move a Spider-Punk over as well, I guess. Maybe that's the move. Maybe you just have to get the Spider-Punk there. And then you play like these guys here. But I can't really get to Crimson Cosmos next turn. Like, if the Spider-Punk doesn't hold, like, that's it. Oh, I'm so dumb. Is that still the biggest? Oh, it is. Okay, I'm fine. Oh my god, it is still the biggest. Oh my god, I forgot. I mean, I guess I didn't have a choice. I'm trying to do that. It's just up to what they play, right? It's just good luck. Doombot does kind of lock them in a little bit here. I am up 6 right, which, I mean, for small cards does sound like a big challenge to solve. Ah, nice, it holds. I mean, man, every time I win with this deck, I feel like I'm just barely winning. Like, it's just like, it wasn't actually very good, and it just kind of stumbles over the line, you know? It's not a great sign, to be honest. Not a great sign. No, like, super confident wins, ever.